proceed from where we ended.
Yeah.
Lieutenant, just before we go to the affidavit, there's a few questions that I want to canvass from you. If I remember or recall very well, you told this court, through cross-examination by my colleague advocate in Nisi, that in 2002 you attended a course on consecutive matching striations.
Ngiyakhumbula ke ukuthi ubuze umbuzo ngomnisi ukuthi wake waya yini ukuyokwenza isifundo esikhuluma ngemigqa edwebeka ehlamvini elandelayo.
2000, if you can maybe refresh my memory, when was that? When you attended the course on CMS?
On the CMS.
CMS, yes.
I think the CMS was in Cape Town.
Yeah, you said in 2002. When we were asked by my colleague.
Then in 2002 was the identification course.
Oh, identification course. Okay.
2002 ngangiyowenza lento ekuthiwa identification course ukuthi utheke
and the CMS course, did you do any courses on CMS?
Well, your CMS khona ifundo wazenza?
Yes.
CMS we attended, I think it was in Cape Town, I can't recall which year was.
The CMS ayifunde Cape Town, angisakhumbula ukuthi kwakuyimuphi unyaka.
I'm not sure if it's 2014, but somewhere there.
Angisakhumbula noma kwaku-2014 kodwa kuyingaso leso sikhathi.
Was it presented by Bruce Moran and John Modan?
It was presented by Bruce Moran
and John Modan.
No, John Modan.
I can't recall it both of them, but John Moran was there.
Okay.
John Moran wayekhona angisakhumbula ukuthi lo muyoba.
How long was that course in Cape Town?
Manje ke lesi sifundo lesi sathatha isikhathi esingakanani?
I can't remember whether it was a week, but it was within a week something. But I can't remember how.
Angisakhumbula ukuthi athathe iviki lonke kodwa engathi nje ekhona la phakathi kweviki kodwa angisakhumbula ukuthi kwathatha isikhathi esingakanani.
When I was going through your CV, Lieutenant Colonel, in all your affidavits, in terms of Section 212 of the Criminal Procedure Act, 51 of 1977, there is nowhere in your CV, your curriculum vitae, where you made reference to the CMS course that you attended in Cape Town in 2014. Do you have any reasons not to do so?
I-CV yakho ayikhombisi lutho olukhombisa ukuthi wayefundeni eCape Town, the CMS. Yindaba ke i-CV yakho ingenako lapho?
No, I have no reason why I didn't put it on. It's not the only course that I did that's not on my CV.
Oh, okay, no, it's fine.
Ngiyona kuphela i-course engayifunda engayibhalanga ku-CV yami.
Is it correct, Lieutenant Colonel, that this term, the CMS, which is the consecutive matching striation, is defined as striated markings that line up exactly with one another without any break or dissimilarity between them?
Iqiniso ukuthi lo CMS ukhuluma ngemigqa ebonakala ifanana kungekho kwehlukana kule migqa lena.
That's correct.
Yebo kunjalo.
Is it also correct, Lieutenant Colonel, that in the interpretation of stria significance, one must look at the reproducibility of the striated marks?
Iqinisweni ukuthi ubheka le migqa ufanele ubheke nokuthi ucaca le migqa kungaphuleka kangakanani.
That's correct.
Yebo kunjalo.
Is it also correct that, secondly, the striated marks must be of the same character or continuity? Do you confirm that?
Iqinisweni ukuthi le migqa le ifanele ibe nokufanana kakhulu.
That's correct, yes.
Yebo kunjalo.
So now, I just want us now, Lieutenant Colonel, to refer to your exhibits, the court chart. You can, may I request, my lord, that it be beamed for purposes of my cross-examination and for the benefit of our clients. Thank you. I've taken you through the record, Lieutenant Colonel, the proceedings of the 30th of August 2023 at page 81. You told this court that in the first exhibit, that is exhibit X13E1, you could find 6 matching striation or stri. Do you confirm that?
That's correct. Yes.
E1 uthole imigqa eyisithupha efana nathi ye.
In exhibit X13 E6, which is equivalent to exhibit X13E1, you make the markings. Do you confirm that?
That's correct.
Yebo ngekhona la engakhona ngangadweba kuleyo chart.
You will also correct me if I'm wrong, Lieutenant Colonel, that under cross-examination by my colleagues on this aspect of the consecutive matching striation, we told this court that you found 7 matching striations or even more. Do you confirm that?
Oh, ungasiletha isiqinisekiso sokuthi wena uthole imigqa eyisikhombisa nengaphezulu kwaloko ehambelanayo.
Yes, my lord, I said 7 in this.
Yebo
On the first chart.
Yebo ngisho kanjalo ngathi le chart yokuqala lena ngiyithole ngaleyo ndlela.
Do you confirm that you even went to an extent to say that it could be even more than 7 striation that you found on exhibit X13?
Uqhubeke wathi
E1.
Le migqa leyo itholile lapha ku E1 ingaba ngaphezulu kweyisikhombisa.
That's correct, my lord.
Yebo kunjani?
On exhibit X13 E6, which is equivalent to exhibit X13 E1, can you then show us, Lieutenant Colonel, the other striation or stri marks, which you say there could be 7 going upwards on the chart there? Can you show it?
On which
Can
one?
you show us?
Which chart?
On the exhibit X13 is E6. Because on exhibit E1 you were requested to make the markings, and you indeed did so by making the markings which were handed in as exhibit X13 E6 of the record.
Ngasikhombisa ke lapha kwe-X13 E6 le minye imigqa othi wayibona.
Because on the exhibit X13 E6 you indicated that there were 6 matching striation. Do you confirm that, Lieutenant Colonel? Because on exhibit X13 E6 you indicated 6 matching striations. So I want you to indicate the 7.
Kulombukiso we-X13 E6 ukhombe kwa imigqa eyisithupha efananayo.
Where is the 7th matching stri?
Ufike nomugqa wesikhombisa ofananayo nawo.
My lord, I've counted 6 that I have marked here.
Yes.
But it's not all of them that I have marked. As I said, I've counted up to 6.
Okay.
You can still have the markings. Some of them, yeah, because it's out of focus when you go to it. If you look at that 6 there, there's a mark there. And if you look at, like the way advocate said yesterday, there are markings. Here are the markings that he was referring to. I said they continue that side. There they are. The same as 3 here. There's 3. It continues, but here, because it did not touch the bullet properly, you cannot see them. They are not clearly visible. But when you go towards the end, there they appear. The one that there joins this one, so it's more than 7 today.
I'm sorry, my lord. I see that my client's hand, Mr. Mapisa, is up. May I approach him, my lord?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, my lord, for the court's indulgence. There is a concern from my client, Lieutenant Colonel, when you say there, he is not happy with that response. He has requested that you should, one by one, indicate and show them exactly which markings are you talking about.
My lord, the first one, there's the one inside.
Can you say your client must go there so that she must see what the colonel is pointing at? Say he must go there, the client. Because he says he wants to see them as being mentioned, but it's too far, he can't see them.
He is indicating, my lord, that he's okay where he's seated.
So you can see clearly.
He can, yes.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, my lord.
My lord, on your left-hand side, you have your exhibit bullet. So there's your dividing line.
Yes.
So on the right-hand side is your exhibit bullet.
When
The
you have
first
a
bullet. I didn't mark them according to a sequence, but just mark them so that they can be clear. So one on the left-hand side is continue on the right-hand side, there's one, and the 2 will be 2 on the side. So my first one will be this one, where one is pointing.
I'm sorry to disrupt you, Lieutenant Colonel. My lord, may I hand the copy to... There is an extra copy. When the colonel is
Yeah, fine.
indicating, then he can refer to this copy. Thank you. Yes, then you can proceed, Lieutenant Colonel.
Right, our 2 on our left-hand side is this, the thick one that we see. Continues there, crosses the dividing line, continues there.
Because number 2.
If you look at 3, as I said, 3 it looks like a railway line. It's 2 striations here.
Number 3,
But if you look at this side, it's not that visible there. As I said, the possibility of the bullet being bent a little bit so that it does not touch properly the barrel of the firearm. But if you look towards the end there is a railway line, like 2 marks.
lezi inhlamvu zombili akubonakali lapho ukuthi uqhubeka kanjani ukuthi muya ngasekugcineni ngakwesokudla kuyabonakala futhi ukuthi leyajantshi bengikhuluma ngawo nawe yaphinde yaphinde.
We have 4 there. There's our 4.
Now,
Crosses the dividing line, continues that side.
Number 4 lapho uyabonakala ukuthi uyeqa weqe lo mugqa lo owehlukanisa lezi inhlamvu ezimbili uyobonakala nangale ngaphesheya kumugqa.
We have 5. There's our 5. Crosses that side also.
Now number 5 naye uyeqa weqela ngaphesheya.
Our 6 is there.
Nalo wesithupha uyabonakala nawe.
As I said, the 6 is not that, it's out of focus. Now if you look at your bullet, because your bullet is round, when you're focusing here, the other part becomes out of focus. So if you have to twist it towards the back, you will put it on focus, the part will be on focus, but the other part now will be out of focus. So the focus moved on this, was made on this part of your bullet. That's why there it becomes like it's out of focus, it's getting out of focus.
Yabona lapha ku-6 ngoba inhlamvu ey'ndingilezi kubonakala sengathi ayicacile ayibonakali kahle kodwa-ke buya le ngenzansi uyabona kubonakala kangconywana.
And some of the marks that I did not mark because of this place where I said they are not that clearly visible. And they are there, but it's just that they are not that clearly visible. If you look towards the end again, there they are there. And these are the marks that advocate showed me yesterday, said why I didn't count them. As I said, I counted only 6 because you need only 6 to have it positive.
But hayi uma kubala kwami ngibale indawo eziyisithupha ezifananayo ngoba udingeka eziyisithupha kuphela.
So for the calculation, you are right. You need a group of 6 or a group of 3, a group of 2.
Yabo ukhuluma iqiniso ngoba kudingeka eziyisithupha indawo ezifananayo noma ufuneke lapho khona nama-group amabili.
Yeah, you need a group of 6 or 2 group of 3 in the same relative position. You confirm that?
That's correct. This is the same relative position.
Athi yebo uyiqiniso la sibona khona siyabona ukuthi indawo ezifananayo.
I just want to find out, Lieutenant Colonel, after we have calculated, let us say, a group of 2 group of 3 in the same relative position, and after you made the calculation of that group, you find that there is a break in the sense that in the bullet, the test bullet, you find that there are striations which do not overlap to the exhibit bullet. What do you do under the circumstances?
Manje uma kukhona lokunqamuka ukuthi ke lapha ku test bullet yabona ukuthi kuna le migqa le ebonakalayo kodwa ke ingabonakali ukuthi inhlamvu lena isikhombiso kwenza kanjani kuma kunjani?
If you have a break,
if they are not consecutive, let us say on the scene bullet, you find that there is 3 striations which do not overlap to the test bullet. What do you do under the circumstances?
Ingaqhubeki ukuthi iyovela lapha kule nhlamvu ekuhlolwa ngayo kwenzani makunjani?
if you find 3 that does not overlap on the other side.
Let us say you find 3 smashing striations. When you count 1, 2, 3. And then from there is a break in the sense that the striations are not on the test bullet, they are only on the exhibit bullet. What do you do under the circumstances when you encounter that? Do you continue to count? Basically, that is the question that I want to pose to you.
You have 3 that matches.
Yes.
Then you go for a follow-up on the same bullet, but on the same relative positions.
manje uma kunjalo ke uvele uqhubekele phambili uyofuna okulandelayo kodwa ufune imigqa eseyindaweni ezifananayo kulezi ntambo zombili.
So the same relative position is within the same groove that you are looking for striations. Do you confirm that?
Within the same groove.
Yes, the relative position is within the same groove where we are looking for striation marks.
It can be in the same groove, it can be the next groove.
Angenza ukuthi isemseleni owodwa noma isemseleni olandelayo.
The calculations, Lieutenant Colonel, I just want to be clear on this. You find 3 matching striation on one relative position in one groove. Do you continue to count on the next group, or that will be your conclusion that you find sufficient markings in that groove?
Musuqhubela komunye umselo uqhubeka ngokubala noma ubona uqalela phansi ukubala.
It says 6 matching strias or 2 sets of 3.
Yes.
If I found 3 here, then I'll go look for the other 3 on the other, maybe the next groove or on the next length, which are on the same relative position as the ones on the exhibit bullet.
Bese ngithole imigqa emithathu ngihamba ngiyofuna imigqa emithathu efana nokuba sendaweni efananayo kule enye intambo.
Lieutenant Colonel, our expert, Mr. Dave Bitese, is going to come and testify that at point number 1, you see point number 1, that is on exhibit X136. On point number 1, he agrees that the stria marks, they correspond in width, height, and depth. He agrees with you.
Athi lo ukhombise nje number 1 uyavumelana nawe uqophesho wethu ukuthi yebo kunjalo ziyafanana kuyafana
in the sense that there is a special relationship with regards to the individual peaks that you found at point number 1.
Othi ngoba kukhona izinto ezikhombayo ukuthi kuyafana ku number 1.
Is in the same agreement with your point, which you mark as point number 2 on exhibit X13 E6.
Ngiyavumelana futhi nawe ukuthi lokho kumake kwaba u2 kuyafana.
At point number 3, Lieutenant Colonel, between point number 2 and point number 3, how many striations did you find when you were doing your examination?
Mubheka usuka point number 2 ya point number 3 uthola imigqa emingaki?
On the left hand side.
Ngapha ngokwesokunxele.
On the left, that will be your
exhibit bullet.
Yes.
Between point number 2 and striation 2 and striation 3.
Yes.
Ufuna imigqa emingaki phakathi kwala kubhalwe khona ukhuliswa ngokuthi 2 nala kubhalwe khona ukuthi 3.
How many striations do I see?
Yes.
These ones here.
Yes.
The ones that I said is like a railway line.
Yes.
It's those ones, these.
How many are there?
There are 2.
Ingike le migqa lo ibona lapha athi ngibona imigqa emibili.
And then on the exhibit bullets, how many are there?
On the exhibit bullet.
On the test bullets, I'm sorry, Mr. Nxumalo. On the test bullets.
On the test bullet, they are visible there towards the end of it.
How many are visible?
All two of them are visible there.
But le migqa emibili iyabonakala lapha ngasekugcineni ngasesandleni sokudla.
According to the defense expert and the defense, there is only one that is visible, that is towards the end. In fact, that is what you testified about earlier on, that there is only one there. You said there is only one. That is what you told this court earlier. Now, when I'm asking you or cross-examining you on this aspect, you say that there is two striations on the test bullet.
But I said they run like a railway line. These two here. And there they are. Both of them are there.
Le migqa le ihamba njengojaji. Ngoba nalangale iyabonakala ukuthi isahamba njengojaji.
When you say railway line, you mean they're parallel?
They are running parallel.
They're parallel.
That's correct, Manu.
An object can be parallel if it doesn't have a relative
Yes.
one next to it.
Malot.
I say you can't talk of parallel if it is just one.
That's correct, Manu.
So you compare the parallel
To be
with
parallel.
two.
That's
So you
correct,
see
Manu.
two there.
That's correct, Manu.
Athi kumigqa-ke uma kuwukuthi awukho omunye umugqa ngeke usho ukuthi le migqa lena iparallel okusho ukuthi-ke inebanga elilinganayo endaweni ende.
When we're going through this exhibit, there is three there. You see, Lieutenant Colonel, before point number 2, there's a third one there.
Yabona
So
lapha
the two that you say they are running parallel like a railway line, there's the third one above that one.
kukhona umugqa wesithathu
I'm
lapha.
referring to that.
The big one, before that, before point number 2.
I'm referring to that.
Yeah, just come closer to the dividing line. There's a third one there. In fact, there are 3 on top of the 2 that you are referring to.
Khona imigqa emithathu ngenhla kwale mbili okhuluma ngayo.
I'm referring to this one.
Yes.
This one. If you look at there, you can add it. It's also there. We can still add it.
No, I don't see it, Lieutenant
Okay,
Colonel.
that's 6. You can still add to increase them. If you want us to increase it. It's not a problem.
It's not there. As I'm putting it to you, Lieutenant Colonel. It's not there. On the test bullet, it is not there. It's only on the exhibit bullet on the left. Not that one.
Kule nhlamvu yombukiso kule eyokuhlaziya cha awukho.
Just to finalize this, Lieutenant Colonel, the 2 that you say they are on the exhibit bullets.
No, wait. Just respond. He says what you're saying is there, it's not there.
Malot is there. I can see.
Yeah,
And I
just
pointed.
Mr. Nxumalo, just go and look there because he's showing you something and you say it's not there. And he says it's there. So go,
Yes.
the 2 of you.
Yes.
It's there.
Yes, thank you, man. I can go there. It's fine. I'll also go with my expert.
As it is the court, my lord, I'm wondering if we can really also come here because later on we'll have to come and argue.
Hello?
I'm saying I was wondering if the court can also give us the indulgence to attend there, because later on you have to come and
everybody can go
argue.
then. Because this evidence, we traversed it yesterday. I mean, this way, you took him through the same exercise. If you want to go there again, go there, please. Hey, my daughter. Yeah, okay, fine. Have you shown them what you
correct,
say
man.
you see?
That's correct, man.
Fine. And which they say they don't see,
They say they don't see it.
but you see it.
I
there.
can see it clearly.
Okay. There are other persons are supposed to welcome you. Is Professor and who?
It's Lieutenant Colonel Sarel,
Sarel, Professor and the lady.
Captain Dini, Captain Fezgin,
The first one?
Lieutenant Colonel Fessel.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he will come, but
Okay.
the other two are coming. Captain Dini and Captain Fezgin are
Okay,
coming.
fine, yeah, fine. Okay. Where's Professor? He's retired.
He retired.
This way. Retired where?
I'm not sure where he's,
Gone?
but
Portugal.
he's around the country.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Nxumalo?
Lieutenant Colonel, let us now go to just above point number 2.
Point number?
2, Lieutenant Colonel, just above point number 2 on the exhibit bullet.
Asiye lapha ke ku le mhlambi umbukiso lapha ngenhla ka2.
Maybe just before that, we can place it on record that myself and the expert, we went to the exhibit which was beamed on the screen, and we couldn't find the striations, the single striation which is on the test bullet on the right.
Cha mina ngambe no isichwepheshe ngizange ngibone lemigqa kule nhlamvu le engapha ngakwesokude.
Yes, then we move, Lieutenant
Yeah,
Colonel.
but wait. You say I must record that.
I'm placing it on record now.
Yeah. He says he's placing it on record that what you say, you see, that number 2, whatever, it's not there.
It's there, my lord. I can
So
see,
you-
and I've
you-
pointed it to them.
Yeah, so I must record that it's there, you pointed it out to them and you can see it.
That's correct, my lord.
And then you, all right, that you say you were there at the board, it is not there.
Thank you, my
Fine.
lord. Thank
No
you.
problem.
May I proceed, my lord?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Lieutenant Colonel, as I was indicating to you that on the test bullet, which is on the left, just above point number 2, there are striation marks there. You see them just above point number 2 on the left.
Kuleli kule nhlamvu leyo kuhlola ngayo ukutesta ngayo kukhona imigqa khona ngenhla kwaleli phuzo libekela u2.
You're referring to these ones here.
Yes.
I can see them.
Yabo ngiyabona.
Do you see them on the test bullet on the right?
Athi yakubona lo ngapha ngasuke ukudla ku-test bullet.
Yes, I see them on the test bullet. Yeah, as let us explain. I'm explaining it again. On the test bullet, this part, it's a little bit low. So they are not very clear. They are not clear on the, but when you go towards the front there, as I said, there they are. If you look at this bullet there, the marks are very few, but when you go towards the edge there,
The
you
four
can
of
see
them,
there.
the 4 of them are there on the test bullet on the right. The 4 of them.
It might not be all 4, but they are there.
So the one that you are pointing there on the test bullet on the right, it corresponds with which one on the exhibit bullet on the left?
They correspond with these ones.
athi hayi le migqale ebonakala
particular-
lapha ku-test bullet icorresponda naleya ebonakala
In particular, which one? Because there is 4 on the test bullet. Sorry, on the exhibit bullet. I'm sorry. There's 4. So there is 1 on the test bullet. It corresponds with which one on the exhibit bullet on the left?
When you look at the see them here there's not really visible. The top one and the second, just the very thing. But you can see them. And you're standing here. There you have, here they're coming. It's not really visible again.
athi hayi le migqale iyabonakala.
Thank you, my lord. Thank you. Lieutenant, is it correct that you only see them when you are standing on a skew position on the screen? You cannot see them on the court chart that you made.
Uyiqiniso yini ukuthi leli chart leyo efakela enkantolo akubonakali kodwa kumume lapha ngaseskrinini uyakwazi ukuyibona?
No, that doesn't make sense.
That is the court chart
Hey,
that I
just wait. What do you mean if it's not in the chart, but he sees it on the screen? I mean, what is on the chart? It must be on the screen. Otherwise, you must go back to school. It's matter. Like your learned colleague will tell you, Mr. Nisi. Matter doesn't vanish. If you say you're seeing it on the screen, you must see it on the court chart also. Otherwise,
No, it's fine, madam. I'll proceed. It's fine.
hello. The remark I'm making, if it is on the chart, and we are beaming the chart on the screen, you can't see it.
My lord, I've made this chart. I saw them when I made this chart. And I can still see them on the screen there.
Le migqa lena iyabonakala lapha ku-chart ngiyakwazi ukuyibona mina futhi nalapha eskrinini ngiyakwazi ukuyibona.
Lieutenant Colonel, I'm going to put it to you that what we could see is that there is one striation line which runs from the test bullet to the exhibit bullet, and then there is a break. Then we'll find another one at point number 2 of exhibit X13 E6 of the record. So there is a break between 3 and 2.
Phakathi kuka-2
That is what the expert is going to come and tell this court. That there is a break between 2 and 3.
Uchwepheshe uzosazotshela inkantolo ukuthi cha khona ukunqamuka okukhona phakathi kuka-2 no-3.
And that does not accord with the group of 6 or 2 group of 3 striation for them to be a conclusive match.
My lord, if we say we are seeing 6 striations, there's gaps between those striations. If there are 6, they are not joined, there's gaps between them. That's the gap that we see there. And those gaps are exactly the same size.
Hayi esikubonayo lapha sibona amagepha phakathi kuka-2 no-3 akhona kunhlangothi zombili.
Our expert, Mr. Dave Peterson, is going to testify and tell this court that that calculation that you made of the 6 consecutive striation is not a consecutive matching striation.
That's how he interpreted it.
No, it's fine.
uprofession umebona kanjalo ile ndlela yena abona ngayo.
It's fine. Just a moment, my lord. I'm just going through this. Yes, thank you. At point number 4, Lieutenant Colonel, of Exhibit X13E6 of the record, would you perceive that striation line to be a 2D or a 3D at point number 4?
Point number.
Point number 4, Lieutenant Colonel. You have marked this with points. I'm at point number 4 now. Would you perceive that to be a 3D or 2D?
It's a 3D.
Actually, kunapha number 4. Kusho ukuthi leya into siyibona lapha inobubanzi, nobude, nokujula. Ayinabo ububanzi nobude kuphela.
What? I'm asking this question because at point number 4 it is not very clear.
As I said, the focus on the bullet. The minute you move towards the other side, the bullet is round. You are losing the focus. If you look at number 6 also, you're out of focus there. Look at number 5. Getting out of focus also.
No, sengithazileke inhlamvu indingilizi okusho ukuthi kakuyozo zona zonke indawo ezilapha enhlavini ezizobonakala kahle. Kukhona lokho kuzogcina kungasacacile kahle elokuthiwa i-focus. Ukuthi phuma ku-focus manje.
Okay.
Uma siloku siyangena.
Okay, I understand you, Colonel, because you are saying it is because you are moving away now. That is why it is not clear. But when you look at point number 5, on the exhibit bullet, will you agree with me that it is also when you are moving away from the focus that
That's
you are
correct,
talking
yes.
about?
Ade uyiqiniso ukuthi no point number 5 uyabonakala ukuthi kwasengathi akacacile kahle ngoba ngingalesi sikhathi ke ephuma ku-focus.
No, I'm saying number 5 is clear on the test bullet. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry, Lieutenant Colonel, to mix the two terms. On the exhibit bullet, point number 5 is clear. And we are moving away from the focus now. But when you are at point number 4, it is not clear. You said it's because you are moving away from the focus. But I can see a striated mark at point number 5, irrespective of whether I'm moving away from the focus. Basically, that is the question that I'm posing to you. Would you have any response?
Number 5 yanibonakala icacile kahle, number 4 akubonakali kahle. Kodwa yilapho uthe wena isuke isiphumile ku-focus. Ubona lo.
Yes, I can see it.
Athi yebo ngiyakubona.
What are you saying
Is the
about...
striation not there?
No. I'm not saying that the striation is not there. I'm saying you are saying number 4 is not clear because you are moving away from the focus. But on the same breath, I can see a striation mark on the test bullet at point number 5.
Ayitho ndithe point number 4 akacacile kahle ngoba sesiyaphuma ku-focus. Kodwa yini indaba number 5 ebonakala icacile kangcono kuno-4 kuwukuthi yena ungenhla.
And point number 5 is further away from point number 4. Do you agree with me?
Number 5 ubude kuno-number 4.
Point number 5 can be away from the but
Yes.
you get now I can see that one.
Yes.
I can see this one also.
Yes.
For it being not that clear, I cannot explain it. Why is it not clear? It might be because it's moving away. It might be because there's remember these are soft bullets. These are soft lead bullet, CMJ bullet.
But you are saying now that you cannot say why it is not clear, but you have said earlier on that it is because you are moving away from the focus. That is why number 4 is not clear.
Nazo lekiche ngoba ke usiyaphuma focus number 4 akacaci.
Yes, it can be that they're supposed to be, if let's say, the same as here, what you see here. As I'm saying, these are soft bullets. These are soft lead bullets, CMJ bullets. So they can deform easily. So what are the chances of it deformed a little bit, so the striations could be not clear because of like, we cannot rule it out.
Ngoba le ntambo lena isoft kakhulu kusho ukuthi ke yonto enza ukuthi igale efanele ibonakale lapha ingabonakali kahle.
At point number 5, Lieutenant Colonel, with regards to the exhibit bullet and the test bullet, are the two lines meet at the dividing line at point number 5? On the test bullet.
Point number 5, the mikalena ihlangana endaweni eyodwa yini?
Do they meet that dividing line?
Yes.
Yes, they do meet that dividing line.
Yeah, bahlangana lapha emgqeni lo ophakathi kwale sinhlamvu zimbili.
Between point 5 and 6, Lieutenant Colonel, there seem to be a striation on the exhibit bullet, which is not on the test bullet. I don't know whether you see that, between point number 5 and 6.
Between point number 5 and 6?
Yes.
You're referring to the red?
No, just below that one.
Yeah.
It's just above point number 5.
Yeah.
Yes, just move up again. Just up where we are pointing, Lieutenant Colonel.
Yeah.
Yeah, then go to your left. You see that line there, the striation line there. You agree that it doesn't go to the test bullet?
Doesn't go to the test bullet?
Yeah, it doesn't go over the dividing line.
Athi yabona yini ukuthi leya line aweqeli ku le ntambo yokutesta?
Yes, I can see them.
Athi yebo ngiyabona la.
You said at point number 6, Lieutenant Colonel, what is that?
Manje lokho kubake njenge number yesithupha kuyini lokho?
Point number 6 there.
Yes.
There's a mark that joins to the other side.
How many?
I can see one.
Ngibona imark eyodwa edlulela kuleli enye intambo.
I expect Mr. Dave Peters is going to come and testify, Lieutenant Colonel, that between point number 1 and point number 4, on the test bullet, there are marks which do not go over the exhibit bullet. So there is a break between point number 1 and point number 4.
Other 1 no 4 kona la konuti imikale ikombile ayekeli kutest bullet.
I will refer you to these ones.
Between Lieutenant Colonel point number 1 and point number 4.
I refer you to these
Yes, you are right.
ones. You check it. Where point?
So it goes over.
It goes over, madam.
Yeah, I can see you pointing it. He says it's not there.
Yes, I'll leave it then.
No, I'm just saying, when he does, look how far I am. I can see him pointing it. Maybe it's because I have binoculars.
I don't see them.
Yeah, you don't see it, fine.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. We'll now go to exhibit X13E9.
It's exhibit
X13E9.
X13. 9.
Yes.
Okay.
How many striation did you find there, Lieutenant Colonel, on exhibit X13E9?
Lapha ku X13E9 uthole imigqo.
I've also marked 6 of them.
Athi ngithole isithupha yena ngimali.
All right. Lieutenant Colonel, I'll take you to the recording or the record of the 30th of August 2023. When you refer to the 6, so the 6 that you have dealt with are the 6 that you were referring to on the record when you testified on the 30th of August 2023. The exercise that we have done now, when we were referring to exhibit X13E6, it is the one where you found 6 consecutive matching striation.
That's correct.
Athi awunjayo uthi hayi yena iwona lo muntu engusenzi isimanxasa ngo-August 2023 ukuthi kuyabonakala ukuthi kunemigqa eyisithupha ebonakalayo.
Then X13E9, with reference to your evidence of the 30th of August 2023, you said the following, and I quote, at line 10, page 81. On the other groove, I found 2 matching striates, of which the pattern is different from the others. So here we are looking at the striation and the pattern. So I just want to pose this question to you. When you were referring to the 2 matching striation or striates, with reference to the exhibits, that is exhibit X13E6 to X13E9, the 2 striation that you are referring to on record, with reference to those exhibits, which ones are you referring to? The 2 striates that you mentioned in your evidence in chief on the 30th of August 2023.
Mina kufazi ngo-August 2023 ubukhuluma ngayiphi imigqa?
Look at these 2. first two that I'm referring to. And if you look at all of them joined together.
uma ungabheka yonke le migqa iyahlangana.
That exhibit, it's exhibit X what?
It's X.
That one.
It's my lord. It's X13 is E9.
X13E9, eh? Yeah.
Yes.
And the question was, are there the two?
Yes. Vis-a-vis, I'm asking the question on the record of the 30th of August 2023. It refers to two matching striads. So I'm asking him to point or to refer us to these striads with reference to the exhibits that he took us to, from exhibit X13E6 to X13E9. So you say the two that you refer to on record are the ones that are in exhibit X13E9.
And if you can look at their pattern, well, I say that they are the pattern difference. They've got sort of thick space in between, create a different pattern from those other ones. They've got small spaces in between, and this one's got a little bit thick pattern with space in between. It creates a different pattern, but it's the same thing.
Xa isipesi silapha phakathi kwanemigqa kule sithombe sisibhekile ungayibhesi enkulu lapho ukuthi-ke kube nephathini
No.
ehlukile.
No, Colonel, I understand where you come from. But the record speaks volumes, Lieutenant Colonel. You say, on the other groove, I found two matching striads, of which the pattern is different from the others. So it's two matching striads. Two matching striads.
Yes.
That is what that is where my concentration is at. You said you found two matching striads. So which ones are those?
Mhlawumbe imigqa emibili efananayo yimiphi le migqa?
If you look at the gap between 5 and 6,
Uma ungabheka-ke igap phakathi kwa-5 no-6
the pattern, if you look at those others, they are very close to each other. This pattern,
ungabheka le minye imigqa
the gap is a little bit
isondelene.
bigger, but and creates a different pattern on these ones. These are very close. They make a pattern. And if you look at these two, but all of them are 6 together.
Uma ungabheka khona la imigqa eyisithupha kodwa uma ungabheka le ngenhla ingathi ihamba ngendlela efananayo nangale ngenzansi ine-space laphakathi kwayo ukusho ukuthi i-pattern iyafana.
So, in your evidence in chief on the 30th of August 2023, you did not mention that you found 6 consecutive matching striations. You confirmed that, Lieutenant Colonel. You confirmed that. You said.
Kwazi bakho baka-August 2023 beyasho ukuthi uyitholile le migqa eyisithupha.
When I count them, that they are said 5. In fact, I didn't say 6. I said 5.
I mean uma ngibala ngithe
If I
ngihlala
can
ngizange
recall.
ngithi isithupha.
Lieutenant Colonel, maybe we are not going along now. I'm putting it to you that on the 30th of August 2023, when you testified, you did not say that on this exhibit. In fact, this exhibit X13E9, is equivalent to exhibit E4 and E5 of the record. So you did not say when you testified that you found 6, but you stated that there were 2 matching striads. Do you confirm that? You
Yes.
confirm that?
Ngiyavuma ukuthi ngathola imigqa efananayo.
said I found 6 matching striers, and on the other groove I found 5 matching striers.
Yes. And then you said, no, you are right, Lieutenant Colonel. We have dealt with the 6. Now I'm at the ones where you said you found 2 matching striers. It's in relation to, we have said that it's in relation to Exhibit X13 E9. The ones that you said you found 2 matching striers, it's in relation to Exhibit X13 E9. Do you confirm that?
E9.
Yes. E9 will be that one, which is beamed on the screen. That is E9.
Yes.
Yes. So, when you look at that exhibit, the strides that you found, are they in accordance with the principle of consecutive matching striation or stride with regards to the height, the length, and the width of the strides?
Yes, they are.
Yebo, iyavumelana lokuthi kuyabonakala ukuthi khona imigqa efanisekayo.
The expert, that is the defense expert, is going to come and refute what we are telling the court now, that they meet the standard, the threshold of the consecutive matching striation. In this respect,
Uzophika ubuchwepheshe wethu ukuthi kukhona imigqa eyamukelekayo njengelingene.
At point number 6 at point number 6 of Exhibit X13 E9, the expert is going to come and tell this court that the marks on the left will be the exhibit bullet, are wider than the ones on the test bullet, which is on the right. I'm sorry, my lord. Okay, it's back now. So I was saying, Lieutenant Colonel, that our expert is going to refute your claims that the at point 6 is the same, because it does not meet with the threshold of the consecutive matching striation at the meeting point in terms of the height, the width, and
migqa efanisekayo ngoba ayifinyelele esilinganisweni sokuthi iqhathaniswe kahle ukuthi iyafana.
Malo, to me those marks looks exactly the same. There could have been a difference in the reaction of the lead of the bullet on the side, but to me those lines are exactly the same and there's exactly the same spacing.
Athi mina hayi le migqa le iyabonakala ifana ifaniseka kahle iyafana and futhi ke inamagebe alinganayo phakathi nayo.
And the width as well is not the same.
Isho nobubanzi nabo.
That's why I'm saying there could have been a different reaction of the bullet itself, as it's a soft bullet.
Yeah, mina ngibona sengathi
Look at them, they are exactly the same. They are on the same relative positions also.
athi la iseyindaweni ezifanayo ukuthi nje mhlambe ke le enye inhlamvu
And they are not.
iyayintofontofo kakhulu.
I'm sorry, Mr. Nobo. He's going to come and say they are not in the same relative position. That is point number 6.
Cha ayizikho ey'ndaweni ezifanayo.
Point number 5 and 6, the striation do not line up. The one on the left is slightly in the lower position than the one on the right. What is your comment?
Ngapha ngakuleyo engapha ngakwesokunxele ulana khona uqala endaweni engenzasana kwalo ungapha ngakwesokudla. Thini ngalo?
I'm sorry, Lieutenant Colonel. May I correct that? The one on the, we are at point number 5, Lieutenant Colonel. The one on the right, it's in a lower position than the one on the exhibit bullet at point number 5.
Number 5, yabona uthi ehlukile.
At the point, at the relative same position where they meet. What is your comment?
They are on the same relative position. It could be how you place them on your microscope that makes the difference.
Hayi ngoba indlela oyibeke kona ku microscope okwenza ukuthi kube nokuhlukana kodwa lemigaleni isendaweni eyodwa.
At point number 4 of exhibit E9, X13 E9, our expert is going to agree with you that it is in the same width, height, and they align perfectly. That is point 4, 3, and 2 of exhibit X13 E9.
Uqophesho wethu uzolu lapha ku 4 no 3 no 2 ivumelana nawe ukuthi hayi cha lapho ya lemigale yefaniseke.
At point number 4.
At point number 2, 3, and 4, he agrees with you that they are the same with regards to the width, the height, and they align perfectly in the same relative position. They accord with the threshold of the CMS.
Uqophesho wethu uzothi cha labo line laba number 3, 4, 2, 3 and 4 hayi baqhathaniseke kahle and futhi ke bavela eindaweni ezifananayo kulezi inhlamvu zombili.
Malo, to me, all those triations are perfectly matching. They are all in the same position.
Mina ke lemiqa hayi iqhathaniseka kahle isendaweni ezifanayo. Iyafaniseka.
Same as point number 1, they do not align. That is the striation, the one on the exhibit bullet on the left and the one on the test bullet on the right. Yes. I'll refer because the arrow is obscures the arrow at exhibit X13E9 at point 3 obscures what I'm referring to. So let us use exhibit X13E4 of the record so that it can be clear to you. We will use Lieutenant Colonel exhibit X13E4. X13E4. So X13E4 is equivalent to X13E9, but I'm not going to use that exhibit because it is not clear. I'm going to use exhibit X13E4 of the record. Yes. You see, so Lieutenant Colonel, the one that I'm referring to will be the first one at the top, which you marked A1 on exhibit X13A9. So our expert is going to come and say they do not align perfectly
Mampela lapha ku-E1
in terms of the width and the height.
ubuchwepheshe wethu uzothi hayi ubude le migqa le abufani.
The one on the right, Lieutenant Colonel, is slightly lower or in a lower position than the one on the left. What is your
Engapha
comment?
ngaku-right ingenzantsana kwale engapha ngaku-left.
The one on the left, this one.
The one on the right, Lieutenant Colonel, is in a lower position
Yeah.
than the one on the right. Yes, where they meet.
Is it lower than this one?
Yes.
No, they're on the same position.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying it depends on the reaction of your bullet. It's like when you can run your hand in mud, pushing this way and then mud. The mud will not react the same way. You can have the same size, the same pattern, but the mud will not react the same way. So there, it's lead.
Athi lapha umthofu, so angeke ukuthi kusalele imigqa efanayo kulezi ntambo ezimbili.
So when you talk about that one, is it a 2D or a 3D?
It's a 3D.
Or it's a 3D?
Athi lapha inokujula
So it's,
nobude nobubanzi.
it's fine. Let us do.
Ayinako ubude nobubanzi kuphela.
Lieutenant Colonel, our expert, Mr. Dave Peters, is going to will come and testify before this court that he cannot conclusively state without doubt that the exhibit bullets which we have linked with the exhibit firearm were fired from the exhibit firearm, exhibit number 2 of the record. What is your comment?
Baba uchwepheshe wethu baba David Peters uzothi angeke yena akwazi ukuthetha isiqiniseko esingenakungabaza ukuthi khona ukufanana lezi ndaba.
My lord, I have no doubt and I'll say it with confidence that the bullet matches the test that I fired.
Athi hayi mina ngizosho nginesiqiniseko sokuthi le mhlambe ngidubelile ifana ngimishe nale ntamvu eyombukiso.
He will further come and testify that when you apply the consecutive matching striation, the test, it does not, your test do not meet the threshold of the group of 6 or group of 2,
Uzothi yena
2 group of 3 consecutive matching striation. He is going to come and tell this court
le
that.
migqa lena oyikhombayo ayifinyelele ezingeni elamukelekayo ukuthi akube nemigqa eyisithupha noma kube nemigqa emithathu neminye imithathu ekhombisa ukufanana.
I won't comment on that now.
Ngeke ngiphawule kulokho.
And for those reasons, he came to a conclusion that when he did the test, his conclusion was that his tests were inconclusive.
Athi ngikho-ke lokwenza ukuthi agcine ethathe isinqumo sokuthi hayi umehlola yena akasitholi isiqiniseko.
My lord, I'm still repeating, my tests, I can say them with confidence that the bullet is positive with all my tests. Even if I've made an ID with what and I've matched it, but they are positive with the test.
Ngingasho ngizethemba ukuthi hayi cha ngempela zinhlamvu lezi ziyafaniseka.
And he also says this in the same breath with confidence. He is confident.
Yeah, when he says that only in the box, not when he's seated there.
When that time comes.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you,
Can't
my
say
lord.
he's
Thank you.
confident. I don't hear you.
I did hear him.
Yeah, nobody has him except you.
Yes, thank you.
The only person I hear is that one.
Yes. Lieutenant Colonel, I touched base on the aspect that I'll be basing my cross-examination. The issue of the blood stain pattern analysis level 1, what is that? I'm done now with CMS. I'm moving on.
Blood stain pattern analysis.
Yes.
What is it?
Yes, in the layman's term, I don't know this. If you have to explain to a person.
When you do analysis of the blood stain patterns on your crime scene,
Bathi-ke uma ukhuluma nge-blood stain pattern analysis kusho ukuthi uhlola ukuthi igazi litholakala ey'ndaweni ezinjani ukuthi ngabe lichitheke kanjani la.
Okay, there is an exhibit, Lieutenant Colonel, Exhibit D. It's Exhibit D, my lord. Exhibit D of the record. It's a photo album of Lieutenant Nxumalo.
Exhibit D?
D, my lord.
D.
D.
E.
A, B, C, D.
D.
Yes.
Yeah,
D.
D.
Yes, thank you, my lord. Thank
That's the one of the flash. Okay.
you. There are photos, Lieutenant Colonel, that I want to refer to. Yes. Just before I go to that question, you said, Lieutenant Colonel, you worked on the physical evidence that you found at the crime scene.
that's correct.
Bathi thinteke okutholakala phatheka endaweni isigameko kwathi yebo.
Photo 66 and 67 of Exhibit D. There is blood stains on the floor tile, Lieutenant Colonel. Do you see them on Exhibit D?
Igazi khona lapha kumathayili
That's correct.
66 no 67. Yebo ngiyalibona lelo gazi.
On the 27th of October 2014, when you arrived at the scene, were you shown that blood which was on the floor in the dining room?
Mufika ngomhla 27 enyangeni ka-October 2014 wakhonjiswa endlini igazi leli lapha kulezo yithombe.
Yes, I saw this blood one.
Yebo ngalibona leli gazi.
From your experience, what did you make of it? In terms of the blood stain pattern analysis.
If you look at this, it looks like dripping blood.
Ngalibona ukuthi sengathi igazi licotha insana.
So it was dripping from an object. It might be from the wound or from some place. But if you look at the wound sustained by the deceased, he sustained wound on the upper body, on the chest and exit at the back. So normally from what I could see on the crime scene, I wouldn't expect blood on the crime scene from where he was shot until where he was found.
Okay.
Athi lana bona sengathi igazi livela elithile ngeze ukuthi mhlambe ngabe livela enqebeni elikhona umufi yena wathola inqeba esifubeni nangasemhlanje bengacabangeli ukuthi mhlambe leli gazi leli lingaba liphuma kumufi.
From the wound sustained, if he starts bleeding, blood will flow downwards. And because he was wearing a vest and a t-shirt and also pants, so blood will flow downwards on the clothing. There won't be blood around the area in the house.
Ushuthi ke uma ukuthi njengoba wayelimele ngenhla and egqokile igazi leli belizokwehlela empahleni zakhe belingeke liconsele phansi.
Blood that we see on this photo, it's where it's alleged that he went there. That's why it's either he was in a kneeling position or something. But I'm of the opinion that it's either he picked up the t-shirt or the vest and then from there, that could be where dripping started.
lana kubonakala sengathi mhlawumbe yila wahamba waya khona and lenza ukuthi mhlawumbe wayeguqile ngaleso sikhathi okwakungenza ukuthi-ke igazi likwazi ukudonsela phansi.
There's just one question emanating from the IBIS. Lieutenant Colonel, if there is a scene, a person is shot at that scene, and one bullet is found in that scene, would it not be taken for IBIS test considering the explanation that you gave earlier?
Umuntu bethutshuliwe endaweni yesigameko bese kutholakala inhlamvu angeke ithathwe yini leyo nhlamvu iyiswe ku-ABIS.
It will depend on the caliber of it.
If it's a 9mm?
If it's a 9mm, normally we don't acquire them.
Mawe 9mm cha siyitholi leyo nhlamvu.
Even though it's the only bullet projectile found on the scene, no IBIS will be done.
Nanoma kuyiyona iyodwa leyo nhlamvu ethola endaweni yesigameko ungayeka.
But as I said, with the 9mm, we only acquire cartridge cases. We don't acquire bullets. So if it's only one bullet recovered from crime scene, then we will keep it in our file. And if there's any firearm that we suspect, then we compare it to the test.
Uma ukuthi kukhona isibhamu esisolwayo sizoyigcina leyo nhlamvu sizama ukuyoyi-test.
Even in the scenario that I gave you, sometime later a firearm is found. The IBIS test will not be done.
If the firearm is found,
Yes, a 9mm pistol.
Singatholakala esu-9mm usho ukuthi i-test angeke yenziwe ku-IBIS.
unless, my lord, if I did the case and the request is addressed to me that I must compare this firearm with the bullet, then I will do that. But the IB system will not compare because there's no database on the 9mm bullets on the IB system.
Uma uthi le nhlamvu lethu mina uthatha le nhlamvu lena uyihlole ukuthi ngabe iphuma kulesi sibhamu yenzokwenza kodwa ngeke sikwazi ukuthi siwenze lo msebenzi ku-IBIS ngoba i-IBIS ayinayo i-database yey'nhlamvu.
Thank you, my lord. I just want to verify if I'm done. Basically, I'm done with my cross-examination, but I want to make an assurance. Yes. May I also approach Mr. Mapisa to find out if there is anything that he wants me to raise in cross-examination?
It's 3, my lord. You can continue if you find something tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you, my lord, for the court's indulgence. I just want to verify one aspect from my learned colleague for the state. May I approach my colleague?
Yeah.
Thank you. My lord, I just have one question. I'll request at this time to adjourn until tomorrow because I don't have copies of this document. We
Okay,
will
fine.
finalize everything tomorrow morning. Thank you.
Okay, tomorrow,
Pricing code, Sukumar, money.